I thought leaving the apartment would end it, that once I crossed the city line, whatever had been whispering my name would be forced to stay behind. I believed places could be haunted, not people. I was wrong. The first few days after I moved in with my friend, nothing happened. No whispers, no voices. Just the normal sounds of life. Traffic outside, the low hum of appliances, the occasional laugh from the living room. I almost felt human again, but fear doesn't disappear. It waits. The whisper returned on the fifth night. Not loud, not urgent. Just my name, spoken like it was being tested. Daniel. I didn't open my eyes, I didn't move. I focused on my breathing and told myself it was a dream. Then it spoke again, closer. I know you're awake. My heart slammed so hard I thought it would wake my friend in the next room. The voice wasn't angry. It wasn't threatening. It sounded disappointed. I stayed frozen until sunrise. After that night, the pattern started. Every whisper came at the same time, 2:17 a.m. Every time the voice grew clearer, more confident, like it was learning. It began copying sounds from my life, the way my mother used to clear her throat before speaking, the exact rhythm of my own breathing. Once I heard it sigh, exactly the way I do when I'm tired. I stopped sleeping. When you don't sleep, your thoughts turn against you. You start questioning what's real. I started recording again, not because I wanted proof, but because I needed to know if I was losing my mind. The recordings were worse than the whispers. Sometimes they captured breathing I didn't remember. Sometimes soft movement. Once a voice whispered my name before I even entered the room. The worst recording happened on the seventh night. I fell asleep by accident. At 2:17 a.m., the phone started recording on its own. When I listened the next morning, I heard myself speaking, but the words weren't mine. "I'm listening," my voice said. I don't remember saying that. After I shared my story online, things escalated quickly. People commented that they heard something strange in the audio, that they felt watched while listening. Some joked about hearing their names whispered back. Others weren't joking. One comment stood out. "It followed you because you answered first." I hadn't answered. At least, I didn't think I had. That night, my phone rang again. 2:17 a.m. This time I answered. I don't know why. My finger moved before my mind could stop it. I didn't say hello, neither did it. I heard breathing, slow, close. Then it spoke. "You hear us clearly now?" My room felt colder, heavier. "You let us inside when you listened," the voice continued. "We needed a door." "I never invited you," I whispered. Silence. Then a sound like a smile. "You don't have to invite sound." The call ended. After the call, I stopped trusting silence. Silence had become a signal, a warning that something was close enough not to speak. I tried sleeping with music playing, then white noise, then the television. Nothing worked. The sound would fade on its own, like someone slowly turning a dial down. I would lie there, staring at the ceiling, waiting for the moment everything went quiet. That moment always came at 2:17 a.m. The air would change first, heavy, pressing down on my chest. Then the feeling of being watched, no, studied. Like I was an experiment that had finally started to make sense. One night I whispered into the darkness, "What do you want from me?" I didn't expect an answer. I got one. "You keep listening," it said. "That's enough." The next morning I found a new audio file on my phone. No name, no timestamp. Just a gray bar waiting to be played. I didn't listen to it right away. I carried it with me all day like a weight in my pocket. At work, I caught myself zoning out, hearing faint echoes in the background of conversations. My coworkers' voices sounded layered, like something else was hiding beneath them. That night, I finally pressed play. At first, it was just breathing, then movement, then a voice that wasn't mine, but was trying to be. "Daniel," it said, practicing the words slowly, "this is how you sound when you're afraid." The file ended. I sat there shaking, realizing something important. It wasn't haunting me. It was studying me. Every whisper, every recording, every moment I listened, it was learning how to speak like me, how to sound human, how to sound trusted. That's when I understood why it followed me instead of the apartment. Places don't share stories. People do. The whispers stopped 3 days ago. At first, I thought that meant it was over. I even laughed, quietly, nervously, alone in my room. Silence felt like mercy, like whatever had been following me had finally lost interest. But silence isn't peace. Silence is anticipation. The first night without the whispers, I slept for almost 8 hours. No dreams, no sudden wake-ups at 2:17 a.m. I woke up confused, checking the clock over and over, waiting for the familiar dread to return. It didn't. The second night was quieter, too quiet. I noticed small things, sounds missing where they should have been. No hum from the fridge, no traffic outside. Even my breathing sounded wrong, muted like the room was swallowing it. I stood in the middle of the apartment and snapped my fingers. The sound came back, delayed, like an echo deciding whether or not to exist. That's when I realized something horrifying. The silence wasn't empty. It was listening. I checked my phone. No missed calls, no voicemails, no recordings. Nothing since the last message. We're not calling anymore. That sentence stayed in my head. Not calling anymore. That didn't mean it was gone. It meant it didn't need to call. The change happened on the third night. I was brushing my teeth when I noticed my reflection wasn't matching me exactly. Just a fraction of a second off. When I tilted my head, it followed. Slowly. When I stopped moving, it didn't stop right away. I leaned closer to the mirror. My reflection smiled. I hadn't. I stepped back so fast I hit the wall behind me. When I looked again, my reflection was normal. Pale, tired, afraid. I told myself exhaustion does things to the brain, but deep down I knew better. At exactly 2:17 a.m., the room changed. Not with sound, with pressure. The air felt thick, like being underwater. My ears popped. The lights dimmed, not flickered. Dimmed as if something was slowly turning the world down. Then I heard it. Not a whisper. My own voice. I'm listening. The words didn't come from the phone. They came from behind me. I turned. Nothing was there, but I could feel it, standing close. Close enough that if it breathed, I would feel it on my neck. You don't need ears anymore, it said in my voice. You hear us everywhere now. I slid down against the wall, shaking. What do you want? It paused, then calmly. To finish changing you. The memories started slipping after that. Small ones at first, forgetting where I put things, forgetting what day it was, then bigger gaps. I'd find recordings on my phone I didn't remember making. One video showed me sitting in the dark, staring straight ahead, not blinking, listening. In the background, I could hear breathing that wasn't mine. I stopped checking the comments on my channel, but they found me anyway. Messages, emails, DMs, people saying the same thing. It stopped whispering to me too. Why does my voice sound wrong now? Did it tell you we're ready? One message came from a username I didn't recognize. No profile picture, just text. You were the door. That night, I finally understood. It never wanted the apartment. It never wanted the phone. It wanted a voice. A voice people trusted. A voice people listened to. Mine. At 2:17 a.m., my phone began recording again. I didn't touch it. I didn't move. I just listened. In the recording, I heard myself speaking clearly, confidently, calmer than I've felt in weeks. Don't be afraid, my voice said. You're safe now. Then something else spoke. Not through sound, through thought. Let them hear you. The recording ended. This morning, I woke up with a notification. My channel was live. A new video. Uploaded 6 minutes ago. I don't remember recording it. The title is simple. Listen closely. I haven't watched it. I'm afraid if I do, I won't stop. So if you're hearing this story now, if my voice sounds a little different, if the silence around you feels heavier than it should, please understand this. It doesn't whisper anymore. It speaks. And once it learns your voice, you won't need to listen. You'll help it speak.